We're back on the WIMA Insurance Countdown to Kickoff. Our roundtable segment continues. I'm Todd Walker. Jason Aldrich is here. Mike Miller as well, as we look back to last week's picks and make some picks for this week. Last week, our broadcast game was Elida Shawnee, and Jason and I correctly picked the Bulldogs. Mike took Shawnee, and that was a good one for us. Wapak Defiance. Me and Mike had Wapakoneta. Jason had Defiance. Bad news for him.
It was 52-7, by the way.
Yep. Crestview Jefferson. We all had the Jeff Cats. No problem there. Spencerville LCC. Yours truly. Put my neck out on the line for the Bearcats and whack! You guys took LCC. Yeah. And Lima Senior Findlay. I took Findlay, and I was a loser on that one, as you guys had the Spartans, who continue to win these games that I picked them to lose. So last week 4-1 for you guys, 3-2 for me. That means Miller maintains his 2-game lead over Aldrich. And that's a 4-game lead over yours truly.
Wow,
time running out.
It's a brewing cushion of sorts.
It's
right?
cushy.
It's cushy.
It's getting cushy at the top end.
I can taste the Kewpie Frosties.
Now let's get to this week's picks, and let's start with the game out here on WIMA. Shawnee at Bath, a couple of 2-win teams coming in, and the Wildcats actually on a 2-game winning streak. Shawnee with that tough loss to Elida last week. Jason, we'll start with you on your pick for Shawnee Bath.
Well, I'm calling the game, so I should pull a Curb Street here and not make a pick. Right?
No, you're not pulling that. Make a pick.
All right. You know, I was impressed with the way Shawnee battled back against Elida last week. Teams with identical records. I'm going to go with Shawnee on the road tonight.
All right, Mike, who you got?
I'm not. I'm taking Coach Garland and the Bath Wildcats. There's a reason they've won 2 in a row, and tonight makes it 3 straight for Bath.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Bath as well. I think Shawnee offensively right now is really struggling. Without Angelo Fox, I don't see that getting any better. I think this will be a pretty low-scoring game, similar to last week's Elida Shawnee game. I'll take Bath. They've been improved the last couple of weeks. I think they're a little bit more confident coming in, so I'll take the Wildcats at home. Also, tonight in the WBL, we've got Wapakoneta at OG or Kenton at Elida. I'm kind of torn on which game we should pick. I think we'll all pick Kenton to beat Elida, but we'll go with that game anyway at Kraft Stadium. I'm picking the Wildcats to win that game over Elida. Jason?
Kenton.
Kenton, yeah. Mike?
Oh, the Kenton freight train rolls on. It might be unpleasant tonight at home for Elida. That's how good Kenton is. See, in Kenton, for the first time in a few weeks, they're going to have a dry surface to play on, which actually makes their defense that much more effective. And we've seen what Elida does against really good defensive teams. They've struggled, frankly. So Kenton all the way.
All right, Wapakoneta OG then, as we stay in the WBL. I think this one's pretty clear the way OG's been playing, the way Wapak's been playing. You got to take the Redskins tonight. Jason, what do you think?
Well, as I glare at the shiny coin here.
Got to take the coin or no?
No, I'm not going to go with it. I'm going to go with Wapak. They were very impressive last week and proved me 100% wrong.
Mike, I assume you make it unanimous.
Yeah, I think Wapakoneta. They're just rolling downhill right now, and even though the game is at Otto Glandorf, I don't think that's relevant. I don't and the Titans will put up a good fight. There's no doubt about it. But boy, Wapakoneta just has too much going on with their lines, both offensive and defense, and the Titans aren't quite what they were last year.
Let's move to the Northwest Conference. Key game tonight is Ada at Crestview. The Bulldogs 4-0 in the league. Crestview is 2-1 after losing to Jefferson last week. Ada still has Jefferson ahead on their schedule in Week 9. This is really, for Crestview, an elimination game as far as the league standings are concerned. The game in Convoy tonight. Jason, we turn to you first.
Home team heads, Crestview.
Here we go.
Tails team, or road team tails, Ada. Here's the flip. Tails, Ada.
Taking the dogs. All right, Mike.
You know, I don't know a lot about either Ada or Crestview. I know Crestview lost a tough game last week and played Delphus Jefferson pretty tough. actually on the road. So I'm going to say that wasn't a confidence breaker for Crestview. Now an opportunity for them tonight against another good team. Jefferson last week, Ada tonight. I'm taking Crestview at home to bounce back.
I'm going to take Crestview as well. I think they're a very good team. I think Ada's kind of had the charmed life to this point. I think that ends tonight as they take on Crestview in Convoy. And our last game is Lima Senior, home for Toledo St. John's. The Spartans at 3-3 now, 2-1 on the track. The Titans, after a very tough non-league slate, are 2-1 in Three Rivers Athletic Conference play after posting a win last week over Oregon Clay. It's at Lima Stadium tonight. Mike, what do you think?
I can't walk away from the Spartans. They've been treating me well. I've been choosing them, and they continue to win. I think they've found the formula. Really, they can score sufficiently to beat almost everybody. If they can solidify their defense a little bit, they can continue to win games. And I got to believe that's a winning formula for Coach Fallon Company. But I confess, I don't know a lot about Toledo St. John's. They were impressive early in the year. They've actually struggled in the league. I'm taking the Spartans to win again and move above 500. When's the last time they were above 500? That's another
2000,
one to check
yeah,
out. So I'm with the Spartans all the way.
All right, Jason, what do you think? Titans, Spartans.
I'm on the Spartan bandwagon as well. I'm going to pick Lima Senior. I mean, they can score with anybody, and that's what they've been doing lately, outscoring teams. So I'm picking them.
Well, I got to go with Lima. They've been burning me. I've picked against them. It's time to get on the bandwagon. I've been on the bandwagon, but being at home, I think they've got some things figured out, and I think Toledo St. John's is certainly beatable. And the Spartans on a roll. I'll take them tonight to beat Toledo St. John's. As we wrap up our roundtable segment, we'll see how the picks do next week when we come back on the Web Insurance Countdown to Kickoff. We'll take a break here. And when we return, we'll hear from some area coaches about tonight's big games, including Mike Fell of Lima Senior. That's next. Our broadcast game tonight is Shawnee at Bath on 1150 WIMA.